Hi, I would like to share with you some new point of view about the life of the couple um, in regard to what's happening today in our society. Common sense says from ever that war are the result of the inner war into the families and specifically among um, among the couples. So when we think about this says, uh, we realize that a lot of this war come from a misunderstanding between men and women, and this misunderstanding come mainly from education. We we evolve in a society where man has been educated and trained to fight to conquer the beloved, to be this knight that conquer her and work hard for her. Today it's less true because we tend to share salaries, income, but today it's more that, oh, because I stay with you, I make you the honor to be the male with you, you have to reward me. And that's this is an evolution of the thinking of conquering, be powerful, mean dominate, abusing, dominate. And that is so strong, and woman has been educated the same way to cope with that, to be conciliant with that. And we see this at every level of the couples. One things which is so explicit, which is so clear, is what's happening in the sexual life. You can see that men believe they have to conquer their sexuality. So they try always to insist, to invite, and it seems to be something absolutely normal that women have to deal with and to shock absorb and eventually to cope with that. That leads to a phenomenon which is really sad, making that men try, women ended by welcoming the try. But they start from cold. They are not warm-ups because it doesn't come from a shared desire. And so they ended to ask the men, or they educate them at least, to warm them up. And when they are usually start to become a bit warm and start to enjoy it, finally the man has finished what he wants, and women are stuck because nothing come. That's lead to new type of sexuality where men try to increase their performance and women try to warm them up how they can. So, because it's not natural, it doesn't come from a mutual desire. It's not there to celebrate their love. It's one that triggers the other. And so it's again a domination way of living. We have the same type of domination in the emotional level. At that level, usually it's reverse. It's more women who want stuff, and men who have to cope with that. What God wants, woman wants, say the quote. And this is something so admitted when it's wrong too. It's something that we have to learn to want together. And so to share what we decide in the emotional level for the family, for activities to do together. Even if there is men have a bit more testosterone, women more estrogen, leading them to be more in these emotional demands. This is just little factor that is very possible to master, to respect more the mutual desire, physically, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. That is the key of having beautiful and harmonious couples. But it's something that we have to correct in our mind, in our education. To support that, we understand that women, like men exactly, are very sensitive to gentleness. When gentleness is there, you want to celebrate life. You want to reward the other. It's even not a reward. You just want to celebrate with someone gentle. It's warm your heart, is kindle your brain. It's it's arousal your senses. And when this gentleness is there, you're much more prone to have a very efficient, fast, and joyful relationship in any level, even though on the sexual physical level. And this is really true when we see, now that we know better the life of homosexuality, we know that both gender are much more efficient in the sexuality than heterosexual. And for what? First, they respect each other. Second, they pay attention to have the same desire at the same moment. Or they wait, they control themselves to reach this level. When this desire is connected, the physical side follow very easily, and the pleasure and the joy to rejoice of this mutual desire is so present and so efficient in a certain way. So it's very rare that there is a frustration in this type of couples. So we have to learn from them. We have to learn as heterosexual people that something which is so wrong in heterosexuality is this so different education between men and women that lead to so much drama, pushing the woman to over-sexualize themselves, to make the man force themselves to be so dominant when it's sometimes even not their type or their need or their wish, but they are forced to play this role, and they believe that women are not going to respect themselves if they are not harsh and dominant. So we have led to something so anti-natural. And thanks that we have this sharing of homosexual couple that are there to, hey, wake up, peoples. This is not meant to be. This is not fair to behave like that. Another habit that is new in our societies is the consumption of pornography. Today, when we studies, I've organized many congress on health and perinatalities and follow training to take care of pregnant women and couples on sexuality and family plannings. And we can learn that women watch more and more pornography, probably in answer to have a so bad sexual relationship, but whatever it is, the true meaning of that. But the point is what they like to watch. And you realize that the majority of what they like to see is homosexual sexuality. Homosexual sexuality sounds weird, but it's very interesting. First, when it's male homosexual, they like the body as women desire this male body. So it's very interesting for them. Plus, they feel not involved in it, which is much more easy for them to watch. Or secondly, to watch women together, because there is this respect, there is no stress. And what they hate most of the time is this homosexuality, is this heterosexuality, excuse me. Because what you have in the main things in this pornography heterosexual is a feeling of domination. This strong dominant with a lot of muscle guys who screw the lady. And that is something that remember their life, their daily life, and that discuss themselves. They already have that at home. They no longer want to have this feeling of women who don't want, who try to please. They're fed up of that. So that's so interesting to see the taste that women are looking on that, which is a new phenomena in our society, and what makes sense. What makes sense is this respect, this attention. So this is another confirmation of the fact that we have developed couples with completely fake rules that doesn't suit and fit with who are really men and women. So if we want to have a better society, it's about time to develop better families and better couples. And for that, to get out of these corrupted, rotten roles that we have developed. The inspiration of The Knight and the Princess was not to lead to domination, to abuse. And it's a wrong evolution of these beautiful dreams. That in the principle is beautiful, but in the reality, in the couples, become just about domination. And if we get out of these things, to re-put first gentleness among each other, and to not be ashamed that to show gentleness is a mark of weakness. The same as most in the physical level perhaps for men, and more in emotional level perhaps for women, that still believe that they have to dominate their family, their house, and argue and demand and force eventually to go in certain activities, in certain style and all that. And the man is supposed to follow, and same thing in sexuality or physical activities with for women. We have to go out of that and restore this gentleness first. With that, we could acquire our freedom and re-exchange by paying attention of the wish, the consent, the desire of the other that we want to celebrate through our love at every level of the couples. And from that, we could hope to have more happy families and, of course, more happy societies. Thank you.